Merhaba. So, and Arabic. And I am Eda Elif Tibet.
I am Natalia Peralta.
We are representing the Ethnokino Film Festival of this year, 2024, themed Harvest.
Yes, Harvest. This is our third day of the festival.
Yes, this is our third day. The first 2 days happened at Cinemate, a beautiful venue next to the Are. And right now we are first time at this venue, this big, beautiful cinema. We're very impressed with it and very, very proud to be here with you all. And very grateful that you came to see this wonderful film called Rocks and Clouds, and in Spanish, Raiz.
So the director of this beautiful film is Franco Escamilla. It is right now in Peru. It's a film when Feliciano, an 8-year-old boy who is a header of alpacas, has the excitement and the innocence of a child in Peru who is enjoying that the World Cup finally invited Peru, but at the same time he's in his villa a multinational company threaten the peaceful situation there with the environmental and the people.
This film was also selected last year as part of Locarno Film Festival and is an award winner of Berlinale. And last year we were together, this summer we were together with Franco at the Locarno Film Festival because our Ethnokino Association had a collaboration with the Raiz Academy for Nature at the University of Bern, where both Natalia and I are working. And it was a wonderful experience to meet the director, where we had the chance to learn more about why this film was very timely and important at times of great land grabbings and injustices in the South Americas, especially where local communities are residing. And as you know, alpacas are very cute, beautiful animals, so you will have a very heartwarming time, we are sure. And our theme, Harvest, for this year is, of course, to celebrate abundance and the beauty of the planet Earth, and to celebrate the diversity of humanity and the diversity of human cultures from around the world. And Ethnokino actually stands for no nations and no borders. And we've been active since 4 years. This is our fourth festival. The first year it was on asymmetries of power dedicated. Second year it was on belonging, where we had the Dalai Lama sister Jetsun Pema also attending and honoring our festival. And then the third year it was about resilience, and here we are harvesting hope, compassion, and trying to bring humanity together. So at the end of this film, we will have two very important colleagues discussing a little bit about the film from their perceptions as experts and scientists of climate change and land grabbings. Jinat Hossain, originally from Pakistan, but have been an academic in Belgium and now here with us in Switzerland, working at the Geography Institute, will be here. And we will have Katia Diaz from Peru, also a PhD student at the Raiz Academy for Nature at the University of Bern. So we will have a brief dialogue and discussion about the film that they're watching for the first time. And if you have any questions about the issues and if you'd like to get engaged somehow, let us know with the Ethnokino Association or with any kind of conservation or action projects. And before we see the film, you will also see a snippet, a clip from tomorrow's film, which is called The Stranger's Case. And The Stranger's Case is also a Berlinale winner. We are one of the first film festivals that are actually going to be showcasing this film. It's a huge budget film, so there's of course a lot more happening in the film. And it's about the migration journey of a few characters in a Shakespearean style trying to survive from the horrors and the difficulties of Syria. But it is not a depressing film at all. It is really a very touching and moving film, and I highly recommend that you come here at 8 p.m. And also tomorrow we are in Cinemate in the morning from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. we have beautiful films, especially made by indigenous communities, and really beautiful films made more on independent style. And we will also have a discussion about short films, which were also produced in collaboration with the Raiz Academy. So that's it for now.
Yes.
Anything you would like to add with the message?
Yes. Right now I am delivering a message from Colombia. There is a place in Colombia, I don't know if many of you know that the Andes and the Amazon are together in certain territory. The name of this place is Putumayo. And today I was saying my friends over there that I have been here, and I will share this beautiful concept of Ethnokino about the no borders, no nations. And they were discussing that under their cosmology is the pluriverse concept. That is, there is not an universe, there is a pluriverse, where is a universe made from different type of universe. Every single of us is an universe. So with this welcoming, I am also wearing today this element here for their cosmology. This is a chumbe. And part of this ethical storytelling for me is, I could tell you what it means under my interpretation. But I found more impactful if I tell them, what do you want to tell them? Tell them, what is the chumbe? So they deliver a message from you. Cristina Rodriguez, the wife of Fernando Chindoy, an environmental leader, and their son Inti Yupanqui sent you this message. The chumbe, within the Andine and Amazonian indigenous cosmovision and cosmology, is medicine. Understanding that medicine is not only for the body, it's also for the soul. When talking about sentipensar, sentir y pensar together, we are thinking and feeling together this process. When we are thinking in this process, enclosing the planet, it is a respectful invitation to weave together medicine for all of us to coexist on Earth. The wisdom that exists with indigenous and Afro-descendants communities who we take care and shelter biodiversity around the world. What we seek is that instead of being seen and felt in a romantic and folkloric way, is that you help us to revalue our hegemonies, and help us to take care from pesticides, ecocides, and genocides. We are facing every day for taking care of biodiversity, who which care with symbiotic way. I wish you a wonderful journey in the pluriverse that this festival is offering you. Thank you so much.
Gracias.
A lot was that the community is still believing in the power of the god. I cannot remember the name, but for instance, my parents came also from the Andes, and I remember that my grandmother uses these practices as well. So this is true. They truly believe in these things. Also, in mining activities, they make these payments to these gods. Yeah, I mean, this film really showcases these inequalities, injustice, and that is still going on in Peru.
Yes, thanks for the opportunity, and I'm very happy to be here to discuss such a fascinating and heart-melting movie. I could really relate it, what I have done in my research, but not only that, but more broader than that. I could also relate so much with how I have seen my childhood or growing up in Bangladesh, what could be possibly quite relevant context. Of course, it's different, but in terms of neoliberal development, the colonial legacy from Europe. I know Peru had a long colonial history from Spain. Same goes in Bangladesh. We had a long colony of Britain. So all these and the development narratives of extractivist mining or industrial expansion, overlooking the demand and the claims of the indigenous community who actually hold the land and the belonging there. We could really see it in this movie, especially with the Feliciano. Was like a traveler, who traveled, who took us traveling the whole movies to see different steps, different values, different opinions and perceptions, and that shows us that how much this indigenous community really hold the land, the belongings, the connection with nature, animals. And how much they are connected to that. So this is really real, and they are honest, and they are the one who actually needs value. Their words and the voices should be listened by the government or industrial companies or foreign companies. Often the case that they go, but they made the negotiations with the government, and then they grab the land of the community or the common land that the community belong, and that they gradually impact the whole community, but itself, but also here we see even the children. So I really like the imaginary part of the movie, but it starts with, something hope that Peru will be playing in a World Cup, and that it also ends with a winning message. And we really hope that, we harvest, because here we are in the season of harvest in Ethnokino. So we really harvest the hope of winning and being the voice of this indigenous community who fight for their rights, and who has the right to have and hold and own their belongings, their land, and their community. I think it's so important, and thanks for bringing such a wonderful movie to Switzerland and beyond.
Thank you, Jinat. I just, before opening to the audience, I want to collect these two about the gods and the beliefs, that you as a Peruvian witness that is really like that, and also the hope. I personally liked in the movie this analogy of like these different types of power, and that is in indigenous perception when we see how powerless they are in front of a company or from a decision from a government, right? It's just a child and with an alpaca in a innocent way facing the reality. But then the hope that brings the movie will show us that in the non-human world exists something even more powerful, and what they believe. And in the end, this connection with nature is this tribute that they have, nevertheless, what situation it is, what is guaranteed their resilience. And to be really honest, I really think that indigenous from Latin America have survived for 600 years of a huge genocide and ecocide, because those beliefs, we think our beliefs for them is reality. It's something that is beyond our eyes and our understanding from this side of the world.
Yeah, just adding to that, it often, what I noticed from my research in Sundarban's mangrove forest in Bangladesh, many of you know that, might know that Sundarbans is the largest mangrove forest in the world, and we Bangladeshi are glad to host more than half part of Sundarbans in the world, and it is really getting smaller due to these extractivist activities. And I started my research in 2018 when I started my PhD, and then followed by a postdoc. And then it was always the case that how the indigenous community is actually used in the name of development. I was talking to one indigenous community living there just to connect what I have just seen in the movie, and they were telling that like 100 years back they were bought from the other neighboring village here to clean the forest and make it a land, agricultural land. And now, due to climate change and sea level rise, this area is very much salinity prone. So the water is saline and the land is saline too, and it's difficult to cultivate. So with the initiatives by the government and the big donor agency like World Bank and ADB, the government encouraged the community to cultivate shrimp, tropical shrimp, because to cultivate shrimp you need salt water. So they try to block the water and then cultivate shrimp and recently crab to make it more economy oriented or profit oriented. So they claim it is an adaptation, but it is very neoliberal kind of adaptation. And what happened to this indigenous community, now when they came, they moved here to clean the land, and then they were committed they will be given some farmland in exchange. But now they are losing their farmland because there is new stakeholders came to grab the land for shrimp cultivation. So they are losing the land. The farmland they actually made for themselves. Now they are threatened to even lose their home. So that's example I'm telling because with this context of Peru, we could really relate that often this indigenous community who actually belong so much, who are so much connected with the natural land and the community and surroundings there, but often they were used by these neoliberal agents, by sometimes government, sometimes donor agency, because they're in a powerless situation, as you said, and it is very difficult for them to defend. But also there are some positive stories. There are a lot of resistance, local movement, grassroots organizations are helping. So like the movie showed at the end, we still harvest hope, and yeah, we stand for them.
Thank you so much. Someone from the audience wants to say something, share thoughts, reflections? Your time. Okay. It looks like the movie says everything. So, this is the ending of this third edition, day of the fourth edition of the Ethnokino. Tomorrow we have again a bunch of interesting movies. We have also taken the indigenous knowledge, but now we also are taking the situation with the refugees and a very good reflection about it. Thank you so much, Katia.
Thank you to you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Katia. Thanks.
I wish you